Well, your clay will come out of the kiln white, which gives us a perfect opportunity to add some color. So with the hard clay, after it's been fired, we get to add some color in a way that Kimmy Cantrell would totally appreciate. We're doing things a little differently. So I actually have 3 of my practice portraits, and I'm going to add color to 2 of them today so you can watch to see how the process works. So here's one. Again, it's hard. It's been fired. Here's another one. Same thing. This is one that I cut and changed the shape, and I also added extra holes. So I might add something at the end. Not sure what. Maybe to look like hair. Here's my first one. So it's a little dirty. I was touching it with dirty clay hands, but that'll come right off. Okay, now you might have already spotted the bowl of oil pastels. So typically we use oil pastels on paper, but for today, we're going to try something super cool. We're going to add oil pastels to our clay. We can do this because this clay project is just for decoration. It's not something we would eat or drink off of. It's just something to look at, just kind of like a painting or a drawing would be. So I picked a color. That's my favorite color. And I'm starting to color the nose, and I'm pushing kind of hard. Now, typically we think about blending colors with our finger with oil pastels. You probably don't want to do that with the clay just because it's hard and sometimes it's a little bit pokey. But if you want to mix 2 colors, try it. So I just grabbed a yellow, and I'm adding a little bit of yellow into that green and letting it kind of overlap a little bit. It's blending. I did have a hard time getting into the tiny little crevices or between two slabs. I couldn't get in between. And you can see I'm coloring lots of colors all over the place. I'm just having fun with it, picking some of my favorite colors. I also colored the edges, the sides, because those could show. If you were to hang this on a wall, you would see it. So again, this one I think I'm just using warm colors is what I decided to do. But because we're trying to color similarly to Kimmy Cantrell, we know that there's some darkness in there too. And you don't have to use the black oil pastel. We have another trick for that. So this is the sink. Hopefully you know that. We're gonna get a little dirty. I don't mind, but if you want to use rubber gloves, I'll have some of those available. With the paint, which is just regular tempera paint, we're gonna water it down a little bit, and I'll have bowls of this ready. So it should be easy for you. It's kind of frightening, but I'm gonna take my sweet little abstract face and put it in the water. Now it disappears for a second, and then don't worry, you go in and save it. Whoa, so cool. So what just happened is that the oil pastel actually resisted the watery paint. We've done this before with crayon, where the different substance, the oil in this case, or the wax with crayon, says, get off me, I was here first. The watery black paint will find the parts of the clay that are still raw or untouched with the oil pastel, and so it'll absorb, it'll soak into that white clay, so that the white clay is no longer white. It now has that kind of dark charcoal gray outline that Kimmy Cantrell's clay always has. So I'm doing 2 just so you can really get a good view of this. Dipping it in twice, pulling it out. Oh man, I love that. That first time you pull it out of there is so fun. It's so fun to see where the black actually finds its way. Like, look, it's stuck in the nose and in the eyes and the nostrils. I love that. So anywhere that you don't touch with oil pastels is going to turn black or gray. If you want something to remain white, you better find a white oil pastel and color it. Cool, you guys. So this is a resist. We do it sometimes on paper, but we're actually doing it on clay this time. As far as washing your hands, I did not use rubber gloves. The watery black paint came off very easily, but if you're worried about it, again, you can wear that rubber glove. I'll probably just let you wear one, because you shouldn't need to make 2 hands dirty. Before and after. I love this. And again, you could use Kimmy Cantrell for inspiration. You can do whatever color combinations you want. It looks to me like he just has a variety here, but he's always got those red lips, right? I love those red lips.